Running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Here's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10.
On the tackle. No gain on the play.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
At the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. That'll give him 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a 1st down.
That's into the hands of Oliver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now it's Mason. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They run it with Mason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Mason, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this 1st quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
The extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Cincinnati.
7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
One, ready? Here we go. 180.
This is Brown going up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And it's some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 2nd and 4. They can still get a 1st down without scoring.
Here we go. 2nd and 4.
An inside give, Brown. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
The Vikings are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10.
Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he'll work down inside the 45. Now a 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
They'll run again with Mason. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Mason on the draw.
Now he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
That's another Vikings.
Let's go now.
First down.
18
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Trap 60. Ready?
Now McCarthy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On the give, it's Mason.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the air with McCarthy. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Open man is Yoshibas. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Right in. 11, MT, Tate.
To the air again, Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Vikings 7.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage. And he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go, set. 60, Bison.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
70. 60 Eagles, 60 Mustang 19.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
This time Burrow will look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal. It's a tackle made at the 10-yard line.
First down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
As he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
35 yards.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. It's only a 1-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They go play action with Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move.
Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Mason, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ready, break. Here we go, set.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Mason,
his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And they will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 180, start. Start.
From the gun, a give to Brown.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
Chase Brown,
42 yards.
And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Rush it in, rush it in, rush it in, rush it in.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the Vikings first down.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
On the ground, here comes Mason. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
McCarthy is set to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
Now McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
It's a gain of 20.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
11-yard line.
Go. 180! Hold on!
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here we go, Pac-Man. What's this up?
Wentz to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds. To go in the game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go. Waiting. Done.
Now Wentz gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11. Done.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
11 Thomas. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go. Stop.
Here we go with Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown Bengals.
T. Higgins
from 8 yards out.
And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Vikings 29. Evan McPherson to kick off for
After the
Cincinnati.
touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.